Go ahead.
Hello, welcome to the high school information session for incoming 9th grade Cottonwood students.
Today's agenda is going to talk about who we are, our introduction, graduation and college-bound student requirements, your individual graduation plans, also known as the IGPs, your high school curriculum options, career and technical education, also known as CTE, concurrent enrollment, and your Q&A. And here are two websites that we have, which the first one is the Montessori inspired site-based pathway, which you can get if you request a copy of the PowerPoint presentation. We would be happy to share this out with you, as well as the home study links.
Your high school support team. My name is Carrie Brown. I am the high school success coordinator. My email is included here. Some of my job duty descriptions include reviewing your graduation plans and supporting course and curriculum selection, providing teacher and family support, and answering any general questions about high school policies and procedures.
And I'm Christina Strother. I am the high school counselor for the Cottonwood School. I help review grad plans with families and teachers. I check A to G and graduation requirements. I help with college applications, financial aid, and college and career planning. I'm the point of contact for concurrent enrollment, which means that the student is taking high school or college classes while in high school. And I also provide social and emotional support. The high school website for TCS, you can use it to learn about graduation requirements. You can learn about the course catalog and all the different options that we offer. An overview of the high school curriculum. You can get course outlines such as the core classes and our elective courses, and also counseling information such as the SATs and the ACT, financial aid, college.
We do offer here at the Cottonwood School a site-based Montessori high school. The high school site-based pathway is a hybrid model. The students attend Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 1:30. Fridays are an independent study day. We do offer a learning center, which will be open from 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And this will be a place for practice, enrichment learning, collaboration with other students, participation in clubs. And we have advisory is all 4 years with the same group of students. The same advisors help students find educational resources, assist students to target key academic learning goals, work with mentors to ensure the rigor of internships and actively involve parents in their students' education. There will be two concentrations. One would be leadership and public service, and the other is design thinking. The curriculum concentration course of study in a classroom setting while taking other courses using, that cuts that off right there. But everything will be included in your site-based Montessori high school hybrid model pathway.
And again, if you want a copy of this presentation where you don't have a cutoff like the recording is doing, we will be more than happy to send that to you. Graduation and college-bound requirements. The HST, which is also known as the homeschool teacher, and school counselor assist in the selection of courses based on students' college, career, and personal interests. The Cottonwood School requires 200 credits to graduate. That's the minimum requirement. There's a four-year university. The four-year universities have their own graduation requirements, which generally extends beyond that 200 credit minimum. There's the National Collegiate Athletics Association, also known as NCAA compliant. So there is a certain curriculum strictly for the NCAA students. There's the career and technical education offerings, again, also known as CTE. And concurrent enrollment is strongly encouraged for students that can work with the rigor of college classes. IGP IGPs, again, that's that individual graduation plans, keep students on track. This is a plan for your student that you and your teacher work on together.
The general high school diploma, so these are the minimum graduation requirements at the Cottonwood School. You will have in social studies 6 semester courses, a total of 30 credits, and those must include 1 year of US history, 1 year of world history, a semester of government, and a semester of economics. 6 semester courses in English, so that would be 3 full years of English. 4 semester courses in math. One of the courses must be Algebra 1, and the other course would be either before the Algebra 1 or after the Algebra 1. The science requirements are 4 semester courses, so that's 2 full years, 1 year of physical science and 1 year of life science. 2 semester courses, so 1 full year of a visual and performing arts or a world language. And the electives would be a minimum of 18 semester courses or 90 credits for a total of 200 credits to graduate.
The individualized graduation plan, also known as the IGPs, begin with the homeschool teacher and the family working on the plan that's going to work best for your student. It's updated annually, and sometimes it's updated even more than that, depending on if the student wants to add more classes or they want to take away some of the classes that they already have there or changing up. So that's updated regularly. Please let your HST know if your student plans to play collegiate sports and meet the NCAA requirements. This is very important because there's a certain curriculum that our school, the Cottonwood School, is authorized to use for NCAA. So this is very important that the teacher and the counselor knows right from the beginning so that we make sure that the student is taking the necessary curriculum to get credit for NCAA.
So college entrance requirements. This is going to be coursework that's beyond the minimum graduation requirements that are necessary for students who want to go directly to a 4-year college or university. College entrance requirements are going to vary from school to school. So students must check admission requirements for each school of interest. Your counselor and high school team are here to help you along the way and along the journey of your 4 years and your college entrance requirements.
The A to G requirements are as follows. So the A to G is the plan that a student takes if they are university bound directly from high school. So if the goal is to go to a UC or CSU campus or a private university, this is the path that the student wants to follow. And as Carrie had just mentioned, you also want to make sure that you check what each university that the student wants to apply to in the future. So you're following their requirements because it may have a little bit more than what is listed here. So the first one is history. You need 2 years of history, which in our school, we require 3 years to graduate. So a student is automatically going to have 3 years minimum to meet that requirement. But for the A to G requirements, it's just those 2 years are required. A student's going to need 4 years of English. They're going to need 3 years of math, and it's recommended that students do 4. So that's going from Algebra 1 or Integrated Math 1, depending on which pathway the student is taking, up to either pre-calculus or Integrated Math 3 or 4. They're going to need the lab sciences, 2 years of that. Again, one is going to need to be a physical science, and the other one is going to need to be a life science course. And again, the 3 years is actually what is recommended. So most students do that 3-year recommendation. You're going to need a language other than English. So that includes American Sign Language and a wealth of other world languages that we offer here at the Cottonwood School. And 3 or 4 years may be what the student prefers to do. With 4 years, a student is able to complete the seal of biliteracy, which is something that they can have on their diploma at the end of the 4th year of completing the same world language. So that's another thing. It needs to be the same world language. So you couldn't start off with Spanish one year, taking Japanese the next, and then switching to German the third year. It has to be that same world language for 2 to 3 years, depending on, again, what the student's goal is. Then they're going to need 1 year of a visual and performing arts, and then a one G approved college prep course, which can be also, if a student decides to take 4 years of math, that fourth year of math can count towards that college prep elective. In order to be a competitive candidate, you must take courses beyond the minimum requirements.
So an example of college admission requirements, this is just taken from UC Davis. And again, every college is going to have different requirements. So it's going to be really important to follow through all 4 years, that you're on the right track with that. Would be in the A would be history and social sciences, 2 years, your 4 years of English, your 3 years of math, but really the 4 years is recommended. Your 2 years of science at a minimum, but 3 years again is recommended. A language other than English would be 2 years minimum, 3 years recommended. The visual and performing arts, 1 year, the college preparatory elective, 1 year. And there is a link that we have included here that we can provide to you, that you could look a little further into this.
Career and technical education, CTE. CTE makes students career and college ready. Multiple course pathways and offerings to explore. We do have quite a few different CTE courses that are available for our students, and we're working on expanding that. Integrates core academic knowledge with technical and occupational knowledge. Upon completion, students have the knowledge base required to sit for and pass the exam, leading to industry certification. And sometimes this is exactly the best path for each student, where they're getting the education that they need that's going to best serve them and their goals. It prepares students for college and is a valuable addition to one's application and resume.
We've included here our CTE pathways for next school year, 2022-2023. We will be partnering with Sacramento County Office of Education, with Spire Technology, Entrepreneur, Computer Principles, Culinary Sports Medicine, and then internally we will be offering a path in agriculture and in business. And there's going to be lots of really great opportunities next year. So make sure that you communicate with your teacher and watch out for what's coming up. There will be deadlines for enrolling in these programs. So make sure that you stay on top of that.
High school curriculum options. We value student and family choice at the Cottonwood School. You will be partnering with your homeschool teacher to select and or design your curriculum if you are doing that family choice. Cottonwood courses outlines are university approved, they're personalized, flexible, and tailored to meet student needs. You can mix and match curriculum options. The RISE is a Cottonwood only live virtual instruction and support. And we do have many community partners, which also are known as our vendors.
There are many popular curriculum options out there. This is just a small portion of some popular choices. One being a video-based curriculum called Acellus, which is standard aligned. It also will help meet your A through G requirements. We work with BYU Online, which is an online curriculum that has a BYU teacher attached to it. A program called Schmoop, which is online curriculum. You can have a parent account, control your pacing, and look at the grade books as you go. A really great program called eDynamic, which is an online curriculum and has many engaging electives, things like sign language or coding, things like that. There's a whole bunch that they have. Teaching textbooks is one example of a popular math curriculum. It has video-based or DVD lessons with workbooks that the student can work through. it has an online parent grading that you can look at. If you are interested in something even more Waldorf inspired, there's one called Oak Meadow. It is standard aligned curriculum. It's designed for homeschool students. They have all grade levels and all courses and lots of parent support there. Even if you're interested in just some classical homeschooling, Charlotte Mason curriculum, again, those are some options. It's just a small snippet of some popular curriculums. And if you work with your HST, or if you want to work with your counselor or myself, we can offer lots of other choices and help you along on the path as well.
RISE is our HQT, which is our highly qualified teacher led curriculum. We have the Connect and the Flex, and RISE stands for Reimagine, Strive, and Elevate. And would you like your would your student like full or extra support with high school coursework? Would your student like to interact with other students on academic topics? Would your student enjoy working on projects and going deeper in their coursework? Then RISE is definitely the program for you. So one of the great things about RISE Connect is you do have that live class that's set at a certain day and time, and you meet with your teacher at that time. The Flex program covers a more flexible schedule, hence the name Flex, because it allows students to do class when it's appropriate for them and when they're able to do it. So we have these two wonderful options, each with a highly qualified teacher. So if a student is taking an English course, they're able to meet up with an English teacher if they need that extra support. So this is the great thing about our RISE program.
So what if your student is interested in taking advanced placement, honors courses, or concurrent enrollment? Cottonwood offers AP and honors courses. We offer them through Edgenuity, Apex Learning, BYU, and UC Scout. Courses and curriculum must be approved by your high school team. So anytime that you're doing advanced placement, honors, and or concurrent enrollment, which is being enrolled in the college at the same time as high school, you do need to work closely with your HST as well as your high school counselor or myself, the high school success coordinator. Students can earn college credit while in high school. That's the concurrent enrollment, and that's a really exciting option that we do encourage our high school students to take part in.
Concurrent enrollment, again, earn college credits while in high school. We partner with several different community colleges throughout the North region of California, some of them being American River College, Sac City Community College, Cosumnes River College, Folsom Lake College, Yuba, Sierra, Lake Tahoe are some examples of which colleges that we partner with. Concurrent enrollment means that a student is taking community college classes while remaining a full-time high school student. Students will earn high school and college credit at the same time. We do have some concurrent enrollment guides that can help you look through and see which college is going to be the best option for you. It doesn't need to be a college that's close to you, because there's many virtual classes even prior to the pandemic that colleges offer every semester. Students should consult with their teacher and the counselor before enrolling in a community college class. And the counselor is a requirement for each college, because we have to look through and approve the concurrent enrollment forms.
So some concurrent enrollment basics. So your student must take a minimum of 20 credits per semester at the Cottonwood school. So as we were just saying, they need to remain a full-time student in high school while taking college classes. They can take a minimum of 11 credits per semester at the community college, a maximum, excuse me. Students can take core academic or elective courses at the community college. Community college courses must be on their master agreement or MA for students to earn high school credit. And proof of enrollment must include the college name, the student name, the courses, and the semester that the student is enrolled in that course for.
Concurrent enrollment credit conversion. So if a class is 1 unit at the college, it converts to 2.5 credits with us. If it's 1.5 to 2.5 units at the college, it converts to 5 credits with our school. If it's 3 units or more at the college, it converts to a 10 credits with us. So that's a full year course that a student can meet in a semester.
So for some questions and answers here, these were some questions that we came across doing this live with parents. So what's the maximum amount of credits that a student can take? Students can take up to 40 credits in 9th grade per semester, with up to 50 credits with approval from the counselor in 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. Will our RISE program always be online? And the answer to that is yes. To serve most of our students as most as possible in the Cottonwood School, the RISE program will remain virtual. Does 8th grade algebra count towards A through G university bound and receive credit? So if an 8th grade student is at the Cottonwood School student, the HST is required to complete a survey to ensure that the student earns algebra credit in high school. We will then add the course to the high school transcript and give the student elective credit. If the student is new to the Cottonwood High School, we will need an official transcript from the previous school showing the algebra class in order for the student to have it entered on the Cottonwood School transcript. Where do I find the career and technical education information? Our course catalog lists all the classes we offer at the Cottonwood School, including our CTE courses, and it can be found on the intranet, also known as the Hawk's Nest. Will there be clubs available for high school? And we have more information coming in the fall of upcoming fall 2020 on the clubs that will be available for our high school students. Does my student have to follow the UC guidelines if they're going to community college after high school? The UC guidelines are required for a student planning to attend a university after high school. They're not required for a student going to community college. However, if the student plans to do a year at the community college and will not have earned at least 60 units or won't have their AAAS degree, then they do need to follow the UC guidelines. If a student plans to earn their AAAS degree and then transfer to a university, then the student does not need to follow the UC guidelines or the A through G requirements. So what is the cost of the curriculum? So that's going to vary depending on what the student chooses. Your HST will have a list for you to review. That's something with your budget that you get with enrolling at the Cottonwood School that helps cover your curriculum. You and your HST will work together on your choices and what the costs are involved in each choice. Will the family have the ability for a curriculum choice? Again, yes, we are we like the parents to have as many choices as possible. Families will need to work together with their HSTs to, lost the bottom of my screen there. Read that for me, Christina.
Yes.
Right?
So yes, they do have the choice of different curriculum. The only factor that we have a limited amount of choices is if the student is doing NCAA, because there's a special process to be able to have NCAA classes, and it's a lot of steps involved. So we have a limited amount of curriculum options that are available for them. However, we are very excited that we even have the option to be NCAA accredited for our students. So this is something that we're really excited to even offer for our students. What's next? Start thinking about the curriculum you would like to use for next year. Start your high school planning by completing your student's individual grad plan, IGP, with your HST. Don't stress, but also don't overly commit to your plan. Again, this is something that's continuously fluid and changing. We do need to make sure that the graduation requirements are met, but you don't have to be committed to just one curriculum. Or we have, again, lots of students that do that mix and match curriculum, and that is what works best for them. It just depends on each student's needs. And that's what we're here for at the Cottonwood schools, to help each individual with whatever their learning needs. Remember, we have a lot of options, which can be overwhelming, but we also have a lot of supports to help make the best decision for your student.
We want to thank you for joining us. And here is our contact information. If you're looking for the high school counselor, Christina Strother, her information's there, or myself, the high school success coordinator, Carrie Brown, my information, phone number, and email is there for you to reach out and have any other questions that you may have answered.
And please use this recording as often as you need to help guide you. And we hope that this has been beneficial for you all.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.